Hello, everyone. Welcome to this mini lecture. I'm Dr. Wenjing Ouyang. I'm an associate professor of finance in the Eberhard School of Business from University of the Pacific. So in this mini lecture, I'm going to introduce you part of the course called Introduction to Financial Management. So in particular, I'm going to introduce what is financial management and what are the learning outcomes of this course, and what are our students' learning materials, as well as their skills that are being trained in this course. So this is to give you a big picture of what this course would look like, and hope you would like it. So first, what is financial management? So before we talk about what it is, we need to understand its position in the area of finance. So we're saying that in addition to financial management, we also have study areas in investment, financial markets, and international finance. So as a major in finance student, he or she is going to take all 4 concentration courses that are designed to cover each of these topics. And in particular, this course, Introduction to Financial Management, is talking about financial management, and it is an introduction course to all business students. And the purpose of financial management is to maximize the shareholder value. Or if it is a publicly listed firm, then we're saying that the purpose of financial management is to make the stock price as high as possible. So in order to achieve value for shareholders, there are different decisions that financial managers make. The first one is capital budgeting. The second is working capital management. And the third one is financial leverage. And in this introduction course, we're going to cover some topics that are related to capital budgeting, which decides what type of long-term assets the firm is going to purchase. And also, we are going to talk a little bit about financial leverage. For example, we're going to introduce the pricing model for the bonds and stocks. So bond and stock, they're the two main financing options that the companies can use in their financial leverage structure. So we're saying that although financial managers make these decisions to maximize the shareholder value, there is the biggest challenge there that may deviate their decisions from maximizing the shareholder value. So this is called agency problem. So that is always what we need to think about and design those structures to minimize the agency problem. Okay, so given the limited time, I'm just going to briefly talk about the topics that this course is going to cover. And next, I'm going to talk about the learning outcomes of this course. So after taking this course, students should be able to analyze financial statements of a company. Because in order to make great decisions, we have to know what the company has been doing. And how we do that is from analyzing the past or existing performance of the company that are reflected in their financial statements. So in particular, our students are going to talk about the structure of the financial statements, as well as there is a case study that students look at a real firm to write a financial statement analysis report. And also students should be able to employ multiple valuation tools in assessing capital investment opportunities, because investment opportunities have different characteristics, and also we may make these decisions under different circumstances. So there are different valuation tools that can be best utilized under particular situations. So we're going to understand what are these valuation tools, when to use them, the pros and cons of each tool, so that we can make the best decision. And the third one is to evaluate major financing options. As I just mentioned, the bond and stock are the two options. that the firms can consider to finance their assets. And we're going to talk about how to evaluate a bond and stock and how to price a bond and stock. The last one is to understand financial market history and the portfolio theory. So a lot of times we're saying that there's not only this particular firm, but also other firms in the whole financial market, right? So we need to understand how, the information can be collected from the market, and when the market is in equilibrium, how we can compose a diversified portfolio to maximize the return risk ratio, or to, make your portfolio work in the best way. So these are the 4 different learning outcomes that students would expect to achieve, right? And how we achieve it. So we have all sorts of different, learning materials that are provided to our students. The first one is the first section I put in here are the textbook related. So we use the Ross, Resterfield, and Jordan's book called Fundamentals of Corporate Finance. This is the newest version, 13th edition. And this book can be used for both undergraduate and graduate students. And we use it in our undergraduates, for our undergraduate students. And together with the book is the Connect Learning Platform. So this is the learning platform that is published by the publisher, and it has the access to ebook as well as the assignment that the instructors can design for their students. And I have, for example, homework, the quiz, the practices, or on this learning platform. And the benefit of using this is that you can get access to it, wherever you have access to internet, and also the solutions are, quite available after you finish the assignment. The Canvas is the learning environment that we provide from the Pacific portal. So on Canvas, I would upload all my lecture slides, assignments, for example, what is the deadline, and where it is, maybe a lot of them on the Connect, but some of them, we have case studies or news article discussions, different assignments, you can find them on Canvas. And we also have a discussion board, that is related to news article discussion that I'm going to grade based on students, inputs. And we have the grades, of course, published on Canvas as well. So in addition to these textbook related, or the textbook related, resources, I also have the resources for students to use to, intensify or to apply the knowledge to the real world. So the first one is called Words Database. This is published by or hosted in the University of Pennsylvania at the Wharton School of Business. So in particular, we use this database for our case study in analyzing the financial statements. We use the financial ratio visualization classroom, and in this classroom, students can get easy access to all the main financial ratios of a company, as well as the ratios average level in the industry, which we use as a benchmark to analyze the company's performance. And also we have a Wall Street Journal as required learning materials, because students are required to make news article reports, each class, each student. And we encourage students to use Wall Street Journal as the main article resources. And throughout the semester, each student is going to take participation in the stock trading competition. So we organize 3 discussion sessions throughout the semester to exchange the trading ideas and the trading strategies, so that students can learn from each other. And also this is a good way to keep up with the market in terms of how the market has been performing, what is the main trend of the market these days, so that we can keep alert of the business news. And then we also encourage students to use the Bloomberg resource that we have. In terms of the Bloomberg resource, we mainly focus on the Bloomberg certificate that is granted by the Bloomberg by the Bloomberg company. And students are required to finish all the required learning modules. And I give extra credit for students who get the certificate by the end of the semester. So these are all, major learning materials, and I believe they provide a good combination of the book knowledge as well as the real world, news or application, so that the students can have a more rich, learning experience. In terms of the skills that are being trained, the first one that we emphasize in this course is the quantitative analysis skills. So students will learn how to use Excel financial functions to calculate stock and bond pricing, and set up the Excel worksheets to evaluate multi-period investment projects. So Excel is heavily used in our teaching and learning. So each student should bring a laptop to our class. And then the second skill is the critical thinking skill. So based on the calculated results and decision-making principles, students will learn how to pick the best investment or financing options under certain circumstances or constraints that the company has. And the third one is the communication and teamwork skills. So students will conduct group analysis projects with classmates and present your analysis report to the class. So mainly that is about the financial ratio analysis, group project, and we have the presentation, after the project is done. So all these skills are, trained so that our students would have a fundamental understanding of what financial management is. That would be helpful regardless of their major. And of course, as I mentioned, if you're a finance major student, then you're going to take another 4, concentration courses that cover 4 areas of finance. Okay, again, given limited time, I'm just going to cover the basic contents or, the basic structure of the course, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any further question, please do not hesitate to email me at wouyang@pacific.edu. I appreciate your time and interest in our class, in our school, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.